In the middle of the night. That's Bronzo.
Okay, guys,
What?
guys, hello. Hello, hi. I'm. My stream is starting. It's on a 3-minute delay, so you guys can talk. It's fine. I'll not be recording the comms. Like when the game starts, I'll just mute myself. But till then, I'm fine. I'm fine staying here. So choose your words wisely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we on live?
Live.
Here. There.
That feels a lot better. 43%. Good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's on live? This is the
So who am I connecting?
LA.
LA? No, I'm going Ashburn.
Which
Nope. Nope.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Babu?
What the fuck? What the?
What?
Okay. Okay, dude.
Hello, Baya.
Hi.
Hello, beta.
Still missing abs only. Can you invite Strix? Because I don't have Strix added.
You have to guys, do add me, guys. Do add me.
Yeah, it can be nearby.
What PS?
Does anyone have anyone on Strix added?
Yes.
No.
I don't know what PPS is. But I'm getting 0% loss.
Well, I have them in recent players. I'll just invite them.
Yeah. No packet loss. Matrix isn't here, but we don't need him till map 2. But
Oh, Crimson and Two Fish are in. Nice.
okay, we're good. Abs just waiting on you.
What does PPS off stand for?
I think that's delay maybe? Or packets per second. Or wait, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, packets. Yeah, that is.
Packets per second outgoing. PPS out. PPS out is
Abs.
minus 600.
Did you not get invite?
No, I did. I just didn't join.
Okay, they're all in lobby. We can go. Start
I'm
now.
ready then.
Tommy, are you good giving them comps?
Can you just tell me and I'll.
Yeah.
Here. What's.
I'm pretty sure it's literally just gonna be Queen, May, Reaper, Lucio, Moira on everything.
You said Queen, May, Lucio, Moira.
Who are in lobby? Like Malaysia?
Who lot?
Wait, does he play Ram? Should I have them go Ram on Control Center? I don't think they'll play. Okay, just Queen.
One thing I'll say to you guys, right? Like we're practicing in this. Something else, you guys are all smart. You guys know how to make swaps. Yeah, you can do it, right? I think I can also talk and I can like say things. So if I see something, I'll just go over and like I'll unmute and I'll say something. Okay.
I think averting's meant DPS like Iron Man or Matrix. Oh lol! I actually did mean Malaysia. It's so
HB
mean.
has one. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
PTP.
You guys can hear me, right? Good.
Yeah.
Sam, Queen.
They're Queen.
Wait, one.
Walk.
No shout, stable.
Queen,
Chase Reaper.
Walk. Chase Reaper.
Come on, Lucio.
Reaper 1, chase him. Where are you?
Reaper 1.
Walk. Reaper no wraith,
Reaper Wraith, run.
It's okay. I think these guys are doing some. They do be doing some things. It's fine. It is fine. Yo, Arceus, what's up, man?
Dude.
All right, let's take a look at the tournament format for the Overwatch World Cup. So we are here with Group B in the online qualifiers. As you can see there, now it is a round robin, so every team will face off each other, and it will be the first to two. So we have some very quick maps here today.
2 teams make it out of this group as well, going into the group stage. So yeah, it's a pretty tough setup here in terms of who's going to end up making it out. We have some pretty competitive teams. I have it in my mind that I think there's going to be a pretty clear top 4 as well, maybe even a little bit more of a cutoff into the top 3. We saw, in my mind, 2 out of those teams play yesterday, where we had New Zealand and Thailand, and today we'll get to see the rest of the teams, India and Australia, who did not play yesterday.
Yeah, I think that's the real thing that we're kind of looking forward to, is the teams that we have not yet seen, especially India being a little bit of a wild card right now. We have no data. We have no relevant data to go off.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of yesterday's matches, we saw Singapore versus Malaysia, which Malaysia did end up winning after they did lose the first match. And then we did have Thailand versus New Zealand, with Thailand sweeping 2-0 there against New Zealand, unfortunately.
So Malaysia startouts, you know, I think this is a interesting matchup where Malaysia, Singapore, in my mind, are probably the 2 teams that need to do the most work in this bracket to have an opportunity to make it out. They're the teams that have the least amount of known contenders, at minimum contenders level talent. Malaysia was a good surprise yesterday. Fantasy took out player of the match for the Sigma on Circuit Royale, and was a really good Sigma player, really good tank player, and generally speaking, Malaysia, I don't know if it was a surprise that they beat Singapore, but Singapore started out at least good in the first map. Things slowed down a lot. By the time you got to map 3, which was this new Queen Street, it was incredibly one-sided. Malaysia nearly capped out the full entire map.
And interesting that you highlighted the tank player there as well, because we noted that in Singapore, they actually have 2 tank players that they subbed in and out during the course of that series between Xenofly and Ashkane. And neither were able to hold a candle to Fantasy. New Zealand, Thailand on his screens now. Bit of a rough run for New Zealand. There's no 2 ways about it. What you're seeing right now is the only point that they actually managed to get the whole series, which was the middle of control, and weren't able to go any further than that. So really tough start for New Zealand. We were sort of talking about a potential top 3, maybe 4 between Australia, New Zealand, and Thailand. So Thailand picking up a win early against another one of the teams in that theoretical top 3 is quite significant.
And New Zealand had an okay run on Bali. They made it competitive. We got to a time bank, but beyond that, unfortunately, New Zealand couldn't take it any further. So here is the current standings. Thailand, Malaysia leading at the top. Thailand in number 1 for now, having the better map record. And Australia, India in the middle, having yet to play, but they will be joining our leaderboard today.
Yeah, and they don't play each other, which is the nice thing about it. They play completely different teams, and I think we're going to see that in just a second.
Yeah, definitely. We've got a lot of matches coming up this evening, so let's take a look at what we've got in store today. So we have Thailand versus Australia first, which I think is going to be one of our longest and probably best matchups today. Two very strong contenders here. Then we have Malaysia versus India, followed by Singapore and New Zealand to end us off this evening.
That first one in particular
was a really strong game.
Yeah, we caught up with Aputo after they beat out New Zealand last night, and I sort of asked them a little bit about that Thailand-Australia match. That's obviously the most serious one for any team actually in this group, but obviously if Thailand can walk away with a win on this one, between that and beating New Zealand, they're kind of a shoo-in for the top two.
I'd say so. I mean, at that point, you've taken out, I think, your closest competition. India afterwards could still be competitive, but we'll get to see today whether that ends up being the case. They do get Malaysia to start off with. New Zealand gets to face Singapore as well, which might be a bit of a comeback story for New Zealand. Singapore possibly still in a little bit of a struggling situation at the moment. Possibly, though, we'll get to see them make a comeback. I think Malaysia and Singapore all sort of need, or Singapore especially, need that next win. And between Singapore and New Zealand, who both lost yesterday, somebody will end up getting their first win.
And that made one is quite interesting as well, Malaysia-India, right? Because Malaysia picking up that win yesterday is a really solid start for them. If they can actually go ahead and pick up a win against India, who might be a fairly strong team again. There's still some question marks potentially around them. Just there's a lot of good talent on that team. We just haven't really seen it in action. So if Malaysia pick up that one, then actually they start kind of scraping at the bottom end of that top 3, top 4, especially if they then win on.
Why do you have to talk about top 3 and top 4 when it nothing, neither top 3 nor top 4 matters? What the fuck does that mean?
Trajectory of all of these teams.
I think you need at least 3 wins here, minimum 3. So that would be great for whoever ends up 2 wins up over 2 days.
Yeah, definitely. And before we get into today's first matches, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the teams. We take a look here now at Thailand, and we can see their starting lineup. As you said, we spoke to Aputo yesterday, who's a bit of a veteran here in the scene, and potentially someone with the most experience here on this team for Thailand. And here we have their cams as well. We can see them here in the action, in their environments, getting ready in the lobby there.
For me, beyond just the Aputo, High Vision had a really good performance yesterday. The Silent team, I think, has a lot of potential. Again, most predominantly made up of members of Kraken Esports, who did win contenders most recently in Summer Series for APAC. So, I mean, this is a very strong-looking team that, if anyone caught up with APAC Group A as well, Japan, who is basically the entirety of Team Varel, who came second in contenders, also looked pretty decent in that group as well. So, I think it's just clear that teams that have majority contenders players, some Overwatch League players, and known talent are going to be the teams to watch out for, which is why Thailand sort of rises at the top of the list.
Yeah, as is always going to be the way, right? And that's kind of satisfying to see as well. I sort of touched on it yesterday, but Thailand is one of those teams where even across previous World Cups, they've kind of brushed at it. That's where we've got a lot of our first international exposure to some of those names like Aputo or more notably Patapan. And they're always an impressive and exciting team to watch for exactly that reason. Australia has always been a real heavy hitter on the international stage, and that's why I think this in particular is such an exciting matchup.
Yeah, definitely. And let's take a look at that Australia lineup here, starting us off today. And you'll notice that we do actually have Punk here starting out as the tank. So as many might know, Punk actually plays in the Overwatch League. So, strong in-game lead and in-game tank there to start you off. And we do have some big other players here. Quinn, Nanda, Bertlog, and Aki all play in contenders in Australia and have done very well. It was mentioned earlier, actually it was mentioned to me off cast as a bit of a reminder that Bertlog, I believe, Avril, you said has won 7.
Bro, guys, I'm on a delay though. I mean, I can see you're there.
Number 7 for the amount of contenders championships he's got. So Team Australia is made up of, obviously, the most notable name on this team is Punk, who currently plays for Vancouver Titans. Vancouver Titans this year is currently having a pretty decent run as well. So Punk is in form. Strong player. The only down point here is that he will be playing on still in Vancouver. So potential to see Kuffer still come in. I think Kuffer will be looking strong on his main techs. Kuffer, who's been playing on a bunch of NA teams timeless. He was in the Pro-Am as well. A lot of power on this team. The entire DPS lineup compromises the Ground Zero squad as well, who most recently came 3rd in Contenders Australia. So possibly not the result they wanted, but still a very, very strong team. And Nanda in particular, who is going to be, I think, a menace in the skies. He's a very well-known fire player, and I think that will be brought to bear today.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we're going to take a look at our starting map today, which is going to be, of course, a control. Starting off with Ilios, like we did yesterday. A good fair map to start off, some would say. And yeah, control map's always a good one to start with.
And obviously, same format as well. So first to two, not a lot of room for error. Yesterday, we actually saw our first hybrid map, which is the only game mode where a draw is possible. So usually we're going to see 2-1, 2-0. We're probably not going to see any draws in the middle there. And the reason I bring that up. The sudden death thing is a real big deal. You know, a team picks up the first map, second one has to pick that second map, and that's where you often see those one-to-one splits. That's where I think teams really get tested in a very serious way. It's not often you see a genuinely close 2-0.
Australia as well is a team that, you know, of all the teams here, they are the team that has gone the furthest in World Cup history, so there's a lot to play up towards. Australia is, you know, at least in the past, a top 8 team globally for World Cup. Wonder how things have changed the last 4 years since we last had the World Cup, but it's a huge amount of pressure to live up to. And as always, you know, you sort of have at least the one star in your team. Previously, we've had Custer on Team Australia. Now you've got Punk. Starting out on Ilios to speak towards today's match as well. This is a really strong map to begin on for someone like Nando. We talked about a little already the hero pool to look forward to, and both the Echo and the Fire, but specifically the Fire for Nando. I think it's going to be pivotal for Team Australia and something that's going
to Poog
with, and something that was difficult for teams in EMEC to deal with when they're playing against Yazan and Saudi Arabia as well. Very similar to that.
Ilios, bit of an old reliable at this point, and as you pointed out, nice to have it in the daytime.
Poog.
Definitely not based on any real world locations.
Definitely not Santorini. Definitely not Santorini.
All right. Well, Ilios yesterday went 2-1. So I mean, we had some decent back and forth between Singapore and Malaysia on Ilios today.
It's one of those maps, right, where
yesterday.
My name is not Matt Corral, by the way. It's Matt Carroll. Please don't talk about things that are underwater right now. Tempt me not. But as I was sort of saying, Ilios is interesting because the submaps are fairly different to one another. Ruins especially is quite different to the other two, and that's where you'll often see just that little bit of extra. I think that's why it's one of those control maps that so frequently goes 2-1 rather than a 2-0.
Righty. Well, Ace already hovering over the Echo. I think a minimum on
one time I literally wanted to be left alone, but no, there has to be like
starting on the Ash. As a reminder, Nami is also on this roster, and maybe at least somewhat surprised that Nami isn't starting. I think part of the reason is they value Quinn and his potential on the Sombra, on the Tracer. Bitlog's already on the fire, on the Mercy, which means Nando will be swapping over towards the Fire. That'll be one of the only reasons you would run the Mercy. However, Puda's also going to be matching on the other side. A little bit of pocketing towards Ace. Done their homework. Certainly know they want to take down Nando. This is one of the ways.
Getting that aerial superiority will be so
None down Farah.
And I feel like it's very.
I really want to see how my team is going to deal with Farah.
Pudo and Bertlog both, but targets there. Calvin's going to be D-Max super early. That's so rough. Punk, meanwhile, completely find a slight bit of anti-heal on him. Now, no Calvin means Punk can just kind of sit pretty on that point. They don't need that extra bit of aerial superiority now. They've got the ground game in their command.
This is also one of those maps where you get to start Punk on his best hero as well. A lot of connection onto Pally there, completely annihilated. I don't think Thailand have so far yet to get a kill. They're being routed. At this point, it will be an extended team wipe. I mean, High Vision's the only one that didn't end up going down in that. At least High Vision does trade his own life, but everyone on Thailand has gone down.
And I mean, even then, Bertlog getting the res onto Quinn anyway, so it's sort of erased that little bit of progress that Thailand did get. As soon as Pally got found out, things just kind of unraveled for Thailand there. A rack of kills that I don't think they were expecting to have to suffer. So that's really dragged out their respawn and reset time.
It even starts before then because you had Calvin going down first, and now Ace might end up falling. Trying to turn around.
I think
some
the
good blocking there.
target
Calvin coming to save the
priority
Matrix.
is the wrong.
He's down
Like
already.
they are
Dynamite
going.
burning him out, and Thailand
Why are they
one man
going?
down to begin with? Oh, going in for the res, but Apudo trades his own life for it. Ace is really going to pay that one back. They do find Burlong,
They are chasing
though.
the Diva.
So this
Is that the
a
right
good
target to
opportunity for
chase?
Ace against
I think
Nando.
Farah was
Has
hidden
that
now.
opportunity to get the aerial superiority, finds it. Punk D-Mags does self-destruct to reset that. Calvin's going to got his own self-destruct, by the way, as Ace trying to reel around towards the
Nice!
Finish off Punk just before the remake. Beautiful work by Calvin with the help of Ace. And now getting the point off Australia. Pretty clean engagement all up, despite losing Apudo early. A good trade on Bertlog works out.
Well, they lose Ace early, but the res ends up being paid off. I mean, that's exactly what you need. Ace back in the mix. With Bertlog being forced away, Ace just gets a bunch of kills, Nander included. Punk not allowed to remake there, some extra damage from the sticky bombs, despite not getting the assist in the kill feed. Ace was definitely part of that kill. So, one sacrificial res from Apudo doing plenty of work, and speaking of that, Ace put a lid on top of Nander.
Yeah, Nander having to really take a breather there. Nope. That's the beam to finish him off. Really nice work. Once again, Thailand, man advantage. With the Valkyrie running now as well. Apudo has just had that run out. Bertlog has his own Valkyrie still running. Bob v Bob on the point, as, on this side, I guess. Punk finding out Pally as well. Trading back and forth as Calvin going to go for a self-destruct to reset the mech. They get the res off on Pally. Calvin will not be able to remech. Ace slept during that duplicate, so not really with any ability to get the, what am I trying to say? There's a rocket barrage happening that finds high vision. That's far more important than Ace's ultimate being used for now. Apudo going down. Australia clawing that one back despite a hot start for Thailand. They're still coming against
I really want to see how my team deals with Afara. Like I'm.
Punk, who is dangerously low.
Yeah, 1 HP there. Nearly got D-Mac. Would have been forced to use the self-destruct. And still flying true. He's okay for now. Not enough long-range damage. Not enough to pressure him down. Australia.
But Nanda is going to play Farah.
Looking for that first 99. Not a lot to use here for either side. Most of the ultimates to speak of got used in the previous fight, so this one's going to be pretty dry. Punk with a second life, as we already mentioned.
Final fight now.
It's going to be coming through on neutral to pick some damage. Look at Quinn and Nanda for...
Oh! Dusting off Ace, yeah, Punk looks up, sees that last little bit, pumps a few extra shots in it. That's going to be a hard one for Apudo to res. I don't even think it's possible for him to res it. So the overtime wick burning down, Thailand just have to go for the point. Ace having to come back on a tracer just to get here in time. Calvin, D-mexed already. Punk still has a self-destruct, which at this point he can just use to zone people off the point, force them to trade their lives to keep it going, and nope, not able to even touch it.
I mean, Thailand did not do pretty bad though. Thailand did well.
Kept it a little bit close there. You had some interesting moments where Ace, again, had some pretty heroic plays after being raised by Apudo, but outside of that, Australia dominated the neutral gameplay. Nanda's Farah still kept really clean, stayed alive for basically the entire game. The early part of that round was very Australia dominated. The back end as well, look over towards the final fight. First pick coming up from Quinn. Easy cleanup 5v4 from there. Not a lot left to use from either team, but Australia held the point. They got the opening pick.
That was at least reasonably competitive. Thailand were picking up some decent picks and converting some reasonable fights, but Australia quite consistently edging them out. We'll have to see if that continues. And Nanda has opted to completely abandon the Farah. It's going to be a Torbjorn.
Just Lucio Moya with a Torb instead. It's a little bit rare, and Ace will take care of him. So Nanda might look to swap over to something a little bit more... Could go towards a Sombra here, but that's typically Quinn's hero. This might be a bit of an issue for Nanda's hero pool. Will stay for now. It does still work out well versus high vision on the Tracer, but it's going to be pretty bad versus Ace.
They're kind of stuck in this confined space. Thailand have all the space to play with while Australia wait for Nanda to get back. Has him now as the point's already gone the way of Thailand. Now the fight starts to break out once again. As you see Australia wheeling towards the point. Bertlog eating an anti-nade. Needs to be just that little bit careful for the time being, but overall, Thailand are just kind of hanging on. Australia haven't made a serious pass just yet.
So struggling to get onto point. Ace's damage is so high. He's already got an ultimate duplicate on board, and remember, he did get that opening pick onto Nanda as well. They're struggling to deal with Ace at this point in time.
Calvin?
Australia looking for anything they can. Find Calvin on the side.
Isolated from his team, not sure why. They kind of got out-rotated there. Now Pally goes down. He was stuck there in the pocket of Calvin. That felt like a bit of an unforced error from Thailand. They didn't quite catch Australia's long rotation around the point. Ends up paying off for Australia, who end up using the coalescence. They were sort of banking on using that for the fight. Works out a charm.
And Calvin would normally be okay in that situation because you have, you know, still boosters, you have the Matrix as well, but I think both were gone. Pally as well didn't quite have the nano to save Calvin, so it wasn't necessary that Calvin had to die there, but somehow gets caught out. Punk rotates into him, locks out any escape route. That's just a snowball from that point onwards entirely. We're coming up to some big ultimates and they still have the duplicate.
Australia haven't quite equalised the percentage. This is a big opportunity for Thailand here. Ace going in with a duplicate on the Ramatra. Solid start. Punk low has to pop that. Annihilation does not get mileage out of it. Ace is on an absolute tear right now. Now trying to turn things back around as Quinn only finding high.
Thailand fighting. Thailand fighting, boys.
To finish off, charging the Death Blossom. Ace getting another one still in the duplicated form before finally reverting back over. Goes down, but at this point the damage I think is well done. Thailand with Calvin still on the point. Bertlog stalling it out, but the point will go the way of Thailand.
Nanda needs to get off this hero now because they've changed compositions. Australia is now moving towards pretty much a dive comp. And Aki's still staying. I mean, you can keep the Lucio here, but it's a really weird comp now because it's halfway between a dive and kind of like a brawl anti-dive. Molten Core doesn't really have value. Who are you even throwing the Molten Core on? Both, you got two flyers in this team, very long range heroes. I don't even know how Quinn catches Ace. Ace should be in the skies there.
With a quick melee, no less, so that tells you everything you need to know. He was unnecessarily grounded, and that's costly. Apudo obviously not able to res him. Not sure where Ace even went down, but that's a bad start.
It's costly for just one death. I mean, Thailand end up losing one play, and they have to back completely out. Give the point away. Now Australia takes the lead. Australia again are the team that are having to play this sort of weird comp, try and make this work slightly better as the Molten Core in the overtime, but Ace gets sniped out.
Yeah, 3 shots in a row. Nanda just snipes out Ace from the sky. Again, Apudo obviously not quite in the pocket and not in a resible spot.
Yeah,
Ace
we are not yet
They
India.
feel they don't need the aerial superiority.
We are not yet India right now. We are watching
Obviously going down, Pally
the
as
other
well, so
top 2
big
teams
change up here from Thailand.
on the group.
They're actually playing into the hands of Nanda slightly. They're going to go more towards the ground composition. Lucio, Moira, Reaper. So it's
They have Molten Core.
This is one way you can certainly force your way onto point, but this is now a good position for
He'll just come over this place.
They're going to struggle to get past this.
They're going to go. They've only got 3% left. They're not even going to be able to touch at this rate. That's a really unfortunate way for that to go. That all unraveled from Ace getting picked by a Tracer with a quick melee. Thailand had to completely abandon the point, and they never got another pass at it.
Yeah, and then the future fights as well. Ace ends up being taken out somehow by Nanda.
Yeah.
And you don't expect that to happen, where a Torb on the ground should not be able to safely snipe out an Echo on the skies, especially while it's being pocketed. That's a very, very strange kill, and obviously, unfortunately, we'll die in a situation that's not going to be raisable either. So, yes, 2 situations where Thailand, in some ways, kind of lose the star of the show for Ilios specifically, and their entire team is unable to, or maybe even unwilling to take the 4v5.
Okay, whatever. Don't care about that. Let's 1k INR per win. 1k INR per win. Okay, I don't care. Let me see what the team is talking. Let me see what the team is talking about. Let me see what the team is talking about. You guys can hear.
I'm on this. 3, 2, 1. Look at me.
Summer.
Lucio.
Queen.
Don't get traded.
Hear me.
Paper on me.
More one.
More one.
Okay, they are coming. They are coming. I think they are in some game. Which should be okay, I guess. We go into lobby soon, boys. We go into lobby soon. I'm just waiting confirmation from Blizzard. 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 Okay. BRB guys, BRB. There are so many windows open on my fucking PC. I don't need to open Discord, but I have to keep my Discord open because GGA. If I don't leave my Discord open, Blizzard won't contact me. GGA. GGA. But I also need my OBS to see that nothing is getting. Hello. Okay, I'm all set. Just waiting for Blizzard to add me, but I don't think they are doing a lot of adding right now. I don't think they're doing that. I don't think they're doing that. I don't think a lot of adding is happening as we speak.
Now Australia looking just that much better than time. To be fair, I think Ilios is just a brilliant map for Australia, given you can play Punk Steva, you can play Nando the Farah. As we move on forward, I'm curious to see what we have for map number 2, and if we're going to be changing locales a little bit away from dive and, you know, maybe forcing the ground game a bit more.
Yeah, let's take a look at what Thailand has chosen for the second map. So they can choose between an escort or a hybrid, and it looks like they've gone with an escort. They've gone with Circuit Royale. So a map with some really good sight lines, a lot of Widowmakers we see here, a lot of Hanzos, taking control of those high grounds and those angles here on Circuit Royale. So I'd say a good choice potentially from Thailand here.
High Vision was impressive, excuse me, yesterday on some of those picks, so I think we're just going to see a whole lot more of that. I think he's got a much tougher customer, though, in Australia compared to the match they had yesterday against New Zealand, so we'll have to see how Ace and High Vision end up stacking up. Also, obviously, eyes on that tank lineup, and we do see Sigma gameplay. Calvin comfortable enough on that. Australia, you've got Punk there already. Yeah, they could swap out, I guess, but probably won't.
No, they won't. This is the map for Punk to play 100% again, so yeah, there's going to be Punk play Sigma on Ping, but you're just playing into Punk's hands again, where this guy's going to come through on one of his key heroes alongside the Diva. It's going to be the Sigma. It's going to be right back into the off-tank hero pool. And you have a situation where I think Nami probably gets subbed in here. I'd be surprised if he doesn't, because this is a heavily, as Steph mentioned, a sniper-dominated map. It's going to be Hanzo and Widowmaker, if not the Sojin, into play. So Nanda goes out. Quinn and Nami will play in. Nami will play that Widowmaker. Quinn most likely then pops over towards the Sojin, which is one of his comfort heroes. And then we have the pretty standard Sigma double long range, double flex support on the back end as well, which they have another flex support on Team Australia? I don't actually think they do. So they have to just make do with, I think, Aki and Bertlog together, because they actually have 2 main supports with Atlas and Bertlog, so they didn't pick up a second flex support. That'll be the bed they lie in, though. So let's see if Bertlog can play some flex supports today.
I believe.
Well, sorry, Pixie.
No,
You
end
believe?
of sentence. I simply believe in Bertlog.
Simply believe in Birdlog, by the way.
I'm glad to hear that. Look, let's head on in to Circuit Royale, and as Pixie believes in Bertlog, we believe in the McDonald's McFeast, as the McFeast is back in all its beefy, salady, saucy glory. Value means more at Macca's. And I'll hand it over to Pixie and Avril for Circuit Royale.
If I were a rapper, Beefy Glory would be my name.
Beefy Glory?
Who would you beef with? Because at that point, I think you have
other
to.
rappers.
You make your entire career off beefing alone.
All other rappers.
So confused.
First fight. What do you think, Nando?
Yeah. So yeah, we have a spawn ult strat that we were trying to...
Because they're talking strat, so I mute.
My only question mark was
No strat.
Bertlog decides to play.
Is this a trick of the eye, or is this a really shallow pool?
It's extremely shallow.
The flotation device not necessary. It's only 2 inches deep.
It's just a pool that you put your feet in. That's fine.
Unless you're a mouse,
has to be.
in which case you would need the extra buoyancy.
Alright, well, Quinn is going to play the Hanzo here, which was on the table. Again, you pick one of the 3 for the long range. Eyes on Bertlog. BAP ends up being the answer. I think a lot of main supports do at least have a little bit of that BAP in the hero pool. I would have expected minimum, maybe a Brig would not have been as strong, but okay, BAP's in both sides. Hanzo would have both sides. Calvin's got a bit of a test on. Let's see if he can take down the high ping Punk.
Woo! Solid start from High Vision. I noted he was strong on the snipers yesterday and has really come out swinging, taking down Bertlog.
HP bar's looking pretty bad for Australia for now.
Nami as well. Really feeling heat.
Dodge of the rock there, that would have been pretty catastrophic. Losing another player, losing more time. Consistently low though. Quinn and Punk. Punk is down. Damn.
Yeah, and I think that was. I actually think that was before they were able to get Bertlog.
Ace is very confident on his Widow, right? Ace is a very good Widow player.
Early as well, because now going to be behind a Pudo. Pudo should be a lot further ahead than this, but his Thailand just hasn't taken that much damage. Actually, he's going to kill everyone by himself as his end.
And one day that I wanted to be left alone. Every other day is fine. Like, I cannot be left alone, I guess.
Right now, a Pudo gets picked off. That's an important opening opportunity now. No more immortality field, so Calvin is dead to rights. And finally, Australia able to open back out into the rest of the map, get a bit of play going through. Ace still exacting his toll, making sure they at least get one more on the exit of the fight. High Vision was just there to stall out the cart.
There's still plenty of space to play through, so Thailand's okay for now. They've held fairly far forward for a Sigma team.
But they're still pushing though.
Given that sort of distance,
I don't know what I missed, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they got a few picks, Australia.
I know what kind of space is still left to play in towards 88% for Ace's infra side, and that's going to be a really big, I think, differential in the actual Widowmaker gameplay.
Is the flex my lamp?
They're still talking strat. I cannot. Like, they will be talking strat for a bit.
But we are at least going to get the recontest on the hairpin.
They will be talking strat for a bit, so.
Punk nearly ready with the flux. Oh, Ace with the infrasight knocks Nami. Quinn finds Ace in return though. Dragon Strike immediately out from High Vision. They're committing. Calvin's gone in. He's found Punk. He goes up, down into the... No, the Immortality Field expired before he landed back down, so he's a quick pickup. Very nicely done by Thailand. They invest in the ultimates. It pays off for them. Australia didn't end up using their ultimates really aside from the window.
I didn't have a chance to. Too low HP, too many players down. Calvin cancels the window out, or at least cancels the impact of the window with the well-placed flux timing. Thailand continues to hold. They stop the payload short of the final corner. Less than 130 left to play through, so Australia's pacing still a lot to be desired here. They will be coming in with, this time, a lot more ultimates to play through. They will have their own bit of flux to ideally counter out Apudo.
Gonna have to go in for it. Here we go. Flux first. High Vision. Ooh, a little bit out in the cold there. Not able to get into an Immortality Field. He was lifted just enough above it. Ace down quickly as well. That's gonna break straight through. Dragon Strike across finds Pally. And there we go. Australia just kind of stormed through. That was real good for Thailand. Looking like a potential full hold, but just unraveling in that fight.
Pally didn't ult there either. Apudo waited for the lamp. I mean, he should have used the lamp a lot earlier, but he expected High Vision to live. He was clearly waiting for the drop end of the flux to come through before he ends up playing the Immortality Field, because he wants to block the damage up for that. He doesn't want his lamp broken too early. But because he plays it late for that reason, you end up just losing a play. I think one of either play the lamp early or play the Transcendence for High Vision needed to happen, and neither did. Pilot again, they lose one play and they just get rolled over.
Khanzo is such RNG, bro. Like, you can't even show your face. Like, you don't know if you're gonna get clicked or not.
Kind of needing a pick. Ooh, Quinn takes a bit of a beating.
Oh!
Finds it, threads a headshot through on Tsunami. That gives Ace and High Vision a lot of superiority on these sidelines. High Vision avoiding the damage around the side there from Punk, who's just going right up in Calvin's grill, taking a lot of heat for it. Aki may want to pop a Transcendence if Australia don't back out here. Punk has really taken some heat. The Immortality Field was used by Apudo. No further ground for the time being.
Calvin's got ult. Both Sigmas just play that defensively. They got low, they're back, they went for heals.
Flux.
Only one team ended up using lamp.
Immediate Transcendence from Aki, very nicely done. And that Immortality Field will be back off cooldown now for Apudo. Pally goes down. Oh, excuse me, what a find there with the Storm Arrows. Trade back, further damage rather onto Calvin, and it just kind of comes apart at the seams. Thailand not finding anything in that fight.
And because Thailand had to back out...
Also, winner together sniper maps is like kind of the meta, bro. It's not even a joke. Like Circuit Royale, fucking Havana, they only play Hanzo Widow. Unless they're spawn camping. Like Havana first and shit. Like this entire fucking map is so good for Widow.
With the amplification matrix, and Calvin instantly just gets the lead. That would have been the time for the Transcendence to come on through to save Calvin's life. Thailand end up losing the rest of B. And not a lot of defense, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's kind of been a whole lot of nothing from Thailand. Even when they have found picks, they actually started off that last engagement with Ace getting a kill directly onto Nami.
I mean, A has been good.
Yeah.
A point was good for the most part.
Fantastic.
Hello.
Ace down, unfortunate. High Vision taking a bit of heat as well. And once again, Thailand are just losing ground here.
A lot of free push for Punk at the moment. Notably, Australia isn't currently going outdoors. They're not going close so far. Thailand wants to challenge from that angle.
Going around the corner for a flux, there is Punk moving back towards the cart. Bit of an awkward brawl through this corner. Bit of a wasted ultimate. From High Vision now.
Oh! How?
Down Calvin. Devastating blow there. Trades coming back.
No, Kin, you should not be.
Australia, even in losing the support lineup here. Punk is still nice and healthy. They're getting just a little bit of free push. Contested now, obviously, but Thailand will be able to muster another defense here. Australia, having lost those supports, will need to back away from this. Oh, goodness.
They can't fight much longer, so they can only get a little bit more push if possible, but Apuda drops down. He's got the extra healing. And even though Punk had okay HP, none of that can be healed up, and at minimum, Australia ends up being pushed away. And I don't know about this insight from Nami either. This ends up being used very late as their team was losing the fight. But now, because Australia don't have actually the numbers to push forward, it was a solo infrasight where Thailand gets to hide away. They don't have to contest. The Widow's not going to be pushing payload. So it's an infrasight gone to the wind. Nami should probably think about getting off the Widowmaker here anyway. This is not the best location anymore for the Widow. You can sort of force it, but Ace and High Vision now playing the Tracer Hanzo combination instead.
Ace was getting buffeted about for
I baited the rock, that is good. And that rock kind of wasted. Because he could have easily rocked the Sigma, but he just chose to rock the fucking Hanzo there. I mean, these micro things don't matter like when you see it from a large scale, but it does. Like, it does matter like in the grand scheme of things. Like, if the rock hits the Sigma, he gets deleted by people from around him and shit. But it's like whatever. I mean, this last fucking point is 100% cancer. This last point is full cancer. Like, there is no way. There is no way you do anything in the last point. Like there's everyone fucking high ground in fucking Narnia shooting you. Like, you have to have range DPSs anyway, or a fucking tracer in their fucking backline. Someone has to touch. There is a touch. There is a touch for sure. There is a touch for sure. Nami, no.
Nami picked out, unfortunately, by the Dragon Strike.
No, what the fuck?
Also saw that Flux get
I don't think Thailand is getting rolled here. There is no way that I can feel Thailand is getting rolled.
That's going to be the total length of distance for Australia. So nice defense at the end there where it counted most, but I have to say Thailand did give a lot of ground away.
Yeah, they eventually recovered onto sea.
Yeah, the second point, like as we have seen from yesterday, bro, is like cancer. Like, I have been calling it out like for a really long time, and this 100% cancer.
In that final lane as well, where double supports down for Australia ended up being, I think, the nail in the coffin. They only would have had 30 seconds remaining. That's exactly what they had to play through. Difficult to find a final push. You need a lot of value on the Flux. You need a lot of value on the end matrix, and neither was going to.
What is my team doing?
The case. I mean, you would have had a lot more value.
We go high ground and just push them off and win.
No, we're still talking. We're still coming. We're still coming.
Dragon Strike, as I mentioned, in the final hour as well, is a difference maker. Anybody who has to end up touching payload has to get off, and Thailand just dig their heels and comfortably on C, I think.
They're attacking half now, Thailand. Obviously, this is sudden death for them. They have dropped that early map to Australia. They got a defense, which means if they can cap the map out, they're still in for a chance in this series. But that's a solid if as it stands. Australia have looked great. They're not going to give up ground easily. The full map. It's a bit of a tall order.
Yeah, this full map is 100% GG.
Thailand had a good defense on A.
This full map is 100% GG.
On the attacking end.
100%. Like, I think this is the most full cancer full push map in the game right now. Most cancer. With the last point, dude, what the fuck? You can be in so many fucking places. Like, it's a full fuckfest. Complete fuckfest.
Those rail shots. Ooh, Pally picked off. Nami finds high vision. Early clock on for Australia. And Ace is going to go down here as well. Bit of a slow bleeder for Thailand as they wait for some respawns.
You can only hide behind a shield of Calvin for so long. And they just can't challenge the long sidelines as well, playing the Sojin with the Hanzo version. I think you do need the Widowmaker once again. Backline is going to start pulling away in terms of ult charge for Australia here.
Okay, they're playing Sojourn pretty interesting because they have a Widow and fucking both High Vision and like High Vision is a complete Widow player, by the way.
Ace not able to benefit from it. And there we go. Calvin still goes down as soon as that immortality field expires. Just too much pressure. And as you rightly point out, Ace and High Vision are just struggling to make headway here. They're desperately fishing for a pick.
Oh, huge ace.
They managed to get the railgun shot across onto Nami. That opens things up with the respawn coming in from Calvin. Ace trying to push.
They're pushing without the tank. That has to be like some really ballsy move. The tank is still not here, by the way. Okay, he's here now. They push so much without their tank. You know why? Because the Sojourn has so much spam.
Is just so far up at the moment. He's taking a bunch of damage.
Yeah, it's a freebie.
Oh,
like I
no.
said, Immortality Field was used earlier by Apudos. That's off the table. They at least find Bertlong, so no window. Apudo has deployed his, but without that tank, they're sort of trying to force.
Oh my god, Thailand are like just popping heads here.
Yeah, Nami, what a great catch. That keeps Thailand in it. Now is
Thailand just popping, bro.
Respawn, Dragon Strike across from Quinn. Everyone's able to avoid it quite easily. The side room, Ace controls that. Quinn picks him up, looking for something. Now Punk goes down. Ace, unbelievably on a tear with that overclock. Now finding Pally towards the end. And there we go. Nicely done.
Despite being 1-0 down, I think Ace might be the player of the match so far in terms of just the raw impact. We saw on the Echo, now on the Sojourn. Outsnipes Nami long range of the rails. That was what put Australia behind the first place.
4 minutes. Holdable or not?
Continues forward. The amount of rails coming on through.
4 minutes. Like second point is also holdable. Third point is 100% holdable even if you have 5 minutes.
The cap either because Australia had more to play through. Double support ultimates coming online.
Ooh, Calvin.
Big push up here.
Hanzo shit.
Calvin's time, fine to use the flux.
Dragon Strike across to split the team first, and here we go. It's Flux time. Doesn't have
Bertlong, GG.
Trying to wait out the bulk of that Transcendence. They found Quinn. That's a free pick. Bertlong dying to the
I think Thailand are pushing this entirely. They have to reset. They have to die. Punk, just die, bro.
But they managed to get the work done. Calvin dangerously low. Finally goes down, but they trade it for Punk. So Thailand still getting pretty good push. It's not totally free push, but it's the next best thing.
Well, Punk is going to end up returning before Calvin, so that is a huge issue for Thailand. Doesn't mean that Thailand probably have to give up this angle. Unlikely to be able to actually get this cap. Yeah, Australia just too close. They should be able to run for it.
Going for it now.
Actually, just going to walk up. They got a touch with the lamp.
They do, and it works out, but they immediately trade Aki, and now Thailand, they want to force the issue. Pally pops trans.
Oh, huge pick by Nami. Fucking Aki gave his life away, but Nami traded. Oh!
As well. In Thailand, they had a bit of an opportunity there. Doesn't quite pay off. They finally pick up Punk. They might still try and take something here. Quinn goes down. There he is. That's going to get the card over the line despite losing. Both
Polly, the DPS.
Actually still able to get the fight done as soon as they had Punk out of the way.
Polly, the DPS.
Well, they just managed to out-damage Punk's healing, and it was Bertlog alone trying to get the heals, and maybe he was on a reload.
Polly, the DPS.
Couldn't put the harmony on. They already used the lamp early. Remember, they had to touch off the supports using the lamp because Punk was still coming up, and Punk was going to be there before Calvin. That's a guarantee. They couldn't quite touch in time, so sacrificing his support, it's expensive.
Ooh, Punk, that was a bit of a nothing flux. Out of no man's land right now. Punk may be in a bit of trouble here, trying to retreat to his healers, trying to route in Calvin to get a bit of a surround on him. May get work out. Indeed, it does. Overextends there, desperately trying to finish off Punk. And they've not really been pushing the car while that's happened as well. They got a fair bit of it, only just getting back to it now. Australia are backing out because they have low health.
Again, I feel the third point is completely holdable.
Thailand do have to give up the position. Oh,
losing Ace there does hurt. I don't think Thailand can really continue too much further forward here. They already got a decent amount of ground. Late for 5. They need to try and play the angle on the window. Again, setting that one up straight in the lane for the final push. Calvin coming up over towards the flux as well. So they got good ultimates online for what could be the final push. Plenty of time to play through, but this is the important push. This is the one where they're going to have the big ultimate advantage, nearly onto 5. Australia about 15% away on at least the supports. They're going to make the long rotation on the high ground. This has been spotted because Nami pulls again for sight.
Throwing out a Dragon Strike there.
Oh, he had to force his trance. That is a huge force, and he still gets a pick. Imagine getting a pick in trance, bro. That is huge. They wasted trance and they can't even push. They can't do anything. But they're pushing. How Singapore? Sorry, how Thailand pushing?
Losing Pally in the main thrust of the fight as well. Look, they get a little bit more car push. They've still got 2.5 minutes on the clock. This is doable for Thailand, but they have to give this one up for now.
Yeah, it's not doable in this fight. Quit on the off angle from the window. I mean, Thailand, they're trying to rotate around. Now they want to rotate down to the low ground, into the small.
There's so much high ground here. Like it's like it's 100% cancer map.
Quinn finds the angle again through the window where Thailand are pushing the payload, but their tank is all the way in the side room instead. Australia end up holding, so 2 minutes more to hold through. Certainly doable now that they got past that fight.
Ooh, early death on Quinn though. That opens the door. We'll have to see how these fluxes work out. Double flux Punk gets the better end of it in the initial bit, but loses his own life. That's a 2-for-1 favoring Thailand. Losing high vision a bit rough, but Ace is back with the team, getting a little bit more free push past Bertlog's window as well. Now looking around the side, what can Calvin find? Trying to fish up Aki. They will be able to get him. Does not use Transcendence, and it could start to come apart. Quinn.
Oh, Aki through.
Wheels are coming off for Australia on this last stretch of the defense.
Thailand win, GG.
Still on the clock as they deal with Nami and Bertlog both. Punk, Dean Megs came back out in the Diva, immediately loses his life, and look at that. Thailand keeping the series competitive. They pick up Circuit Royale, their own map pick, and we tie up 1-1.
Holy.
Wow, falls away at the seams, and you're right.
Holy.
Transcendence from Aki. Just gets dived upon. He's low HP. Ace is about to fly into his face. Doesn't end up using the ultimate. Punk goes down, swaps back on the Diva. They try to hold that. Look, it was going to be a long hold because 3 minutes, I think, on the C. Really fast.
Let's see what Team India are doing.
They struggled on that A again. I think the lack of the Widowmaker was a problem, but
very evenly matched. At least they won their own map pick, so it's fine. Like, I think everyone played well on Thailand. Everyone, like, kind of popped the fuck off. No joke.
Let Akash push and take aggro.
Okay, they're still talking. They're only talking comms. I cannot leak it. First map is Lijiang, boys. First map is Lijiang.
To Thailand.
Why have they invited this guy to the fucking server?
We'll go into a push map after the break. So we're going to jump to a quick break, everyone, and we'll see you soon.
You asked, we listened. The McFeast is back in all its beefy, salady, saucy glory. Value means more at Macca's, so grab a McFeast lunch deal now for only $5.95.
It's way better than him. Nami is good, but
okay. Let me talk to Team India real quick, boys. Let's see what they want to say. Wait, let me see if they're not talking straight. Hello.
I think this is just DPS gap. I'm not gonna lie, Natter.
Hello.
How are you doing, boys?
Hello.
Hello. Chat wants to know.
That's
how
why
are
I
you
throw
doing?
on purpose.
We're doing good.
You're
Very
doing
good.
Very good.
Very good.
Okay. Now, how confident are we?
Very confident.
Very confident. And like what I'll say, like again, when we're playing, like we can be aggressive. Like don't be like afraid. That's maybe hop more in the next warm up. But like I feel like we're still a little afraid to like make plays.
Okay, no. X. Enough. Enough. Normally. We are only afraid of rolling their asses. That is what you heard, guys. We are only afraid that we don't roll them too hard. That is what you heard. Who is which guy? Kai Kagan. Final map. I don't know what the final map is. Whatever it is. Oh, it's push. Fucking push, bro. 10 more minutes of push map, by the way. Final map push. How I seem funnier? Did you like my fuel jersey? It's the OG fuel jersey. You'll never get it in market anymore. OG fuel jersey. Bought back in 2018. Oh. Ooh. I'm not supposed to wear any other brands, I think. I can wear Overwatch jerseys, but that's about it.
Win this one as an Australian myself, so I'm hoping Australia will take the push map out here today.
So unprofessional, just showing your bias outright like that. I can't believe you do that.
Yeah, unlike
unbelievable.
someone from New Zealand
stuff.
yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday. That's in the past. It doesn't matter anymore. Anyone could have said anything back then.
All right, well, let's take a look at what Australia has chosen for the final map here today. And it looks like it's going to be Colosseo. Now, I know we have some long sight lines.
Okay, how it...
I feel like maybe we might see...
Yeah, there absolutely will be Widow because Australia have a Widow fucking specialist. So the thing is, bro, it's like kind of chiche. So the map pick works. Blizzard decides the first map. So the first map we are playing today is Ilios. Sorry, the first map that these guys are playing today is Ilios. Then whoever loses chooses the second map, and then whoever loses the second map chooses the third map. That is how map picking works. Let's see what the boys are talking.
Mid, bro.
Who is mid? Who is mid? Leak it.
Kin.
Leak it.
Abs.
Abs.
Yeah.
Mid.
What are you saying?
Abs is mid.
Abs is mid.
You have to wait for the broadcast?
Abs is the mid laner.
I'm gonna get off Discord. I'm gonna charge my phone for a bit before match.
Okay. Abs, how do you deal with being mid?
What's up?
How do you deal with being mid?
Look at the comps.
What did you say, Sharon?
I said, how do you deal with being mid?
Oh, I just do it, you know.
Lol. Huh? They're playing May? Bro, GG.
The most modern Lucio Moira version of the same composition that allows Australia just to rush forward. Quinn leading the way onto the Reaper.
Calvin really feeling the heat.
In trouble.
Yeah.
Why no widow?
Time to heal him up, having to heal himself.
Why no widow?
He's at it, and you're seeing that little bit of difference in the healing.
No widow, no win, I think. Oh, Nanda gets a pick though.
Threads it, and Ace not quite able to get what he wanted out of the Soldier. Nice trap there into Calvin, barely surviving. I imagine not for much longer. And if he is, it's going to be in full retreat. Up there we go. Finally blasted down by Nanda with the right click. And that's going to do it for this opening scrap. Australia in control. Thailand still taking losses on the retreat.
Yep, I mean, the later the deaths here, the more free push that Australia's going to get. Looking over towards maybe 40 to 50 here. A few plays push forward. Ultimates are coming online. Aki sitting on Coalescence. Moira's building up that ultimate as quick as you'd imagine. And Thailand just being outpaced. This is why you play the Lucio Moira version. You get past the initial May battle, which Nat is kind of low at the moment, and then you're just running home.
Coalescence at Australia's back here. Thailand just kind of have to wait that one out. Oh, what? Never mind. Just use overclock. 2 shots, 3 shots, 4 shots. Come on, get Quinn as well. I don't believe it.
Wow. Dude, as I said, there's the 5K. You found your Macca's play of the game for sure. Ace with the ace on our third map, the decider to stop Team Australia right before the cap can come through as well. Best player in the lobby, I'm gonna say it. Look, yeah, okay, I get that Punk is Overwatch League, but DPS flashy hero, Sojin do cool things, Ace with the 5K, and Thailand are on a roll.
I had a dream last night that I dropped an F-bomb on the broadcast, and let me tell you, I got close watching that 5K. But I held my tongue. Meanwhile, Thailand pushing forward still. Australia back in the mix now. Thailand a little lean on ultimates compared to Australia. Neither quite willing to commit anything just yet. Wanting to scrap it out, maybe find a pick. Force the other team into an error.
We go. Australia's still sitting on some decent plays. Blizzard being traded.
Annihilation out from Calvin. Punk totally frozen up, unable to use his own ultimate, and that's going to start sealing things for Thailand. Just able to get in there a little bit quicker. Birdlock.
Who is using ult? Why use ult? Why Aussie? Aussie use ult. Aussie might. Crikey. You lost tank. You wanted to trade. No, that bad trade. That bad trade. Unless he's swapping off Reaper, it's a bad trade. Unless he's swapping off Reaper.
That's just the star sign of a player that is so commanding. A star player. Ace has been #1 in this lobby. He forced his way to victory on Circuit Royale. Now he's forcing Thailand into what could be a winning push here. Might see the flip on the payload distance.
getting close to
We
it.
threaten the cap as well, but this is where Punk gets to use the Annihilation. As you mentioned, couldn't use it last time due to being frozen. It's gonna pop it straight away here.
Apudo in too deep. Really quick commit there from Australia. Bertlog just commanding everybody in with the speed boost. They had the coalescence at the back. Very quick convert there. And that was unfortunate for Thailand. They kind of needed to take a back-to-back win, pull ahead in the distance. Instead, situation is reset.
And look, I'm not trying to be funny here, but legitimately, I think Pally might. I think legitimately Pally might have been actually in a good position to boost Yo Apudo there because he was in trouble. I think if you boost Yo there on purpose, Apudo stays alive, and you might be able to pull back and take another fight, out-rotate the Annihilation.
I think the caster are a bit drunk. It's okay, it happens.
Worthwhile trade for Pally. Once Apudo goes down, I think the fight starts to go really far south. Even if you nano Calvin, no guarantee you win.
Ace has another.
Yeah, but I don't think even if you nano Lucio, there is no guarantee to win. So it's like whatever. Bertlog feeding, easy clap.
He goes down, he's in too deep. Australia, they are ready for it, they react to it. Nemesis, Annihilation rather.
If this Kin guy gets a pick, then they win, otherwise you get. Aki gets a pick, holy!
They're really struggling to close this last little bit out. They find Quinn though, should be able to dust off Aki, and they will get those respawners in.
So fun, this character is so fun, bro. So fun. The master character has to be like one of the most funnest tank they have introduced in a while. No cap, no cap.
Australia fully respawn. Thailand gonna pull back a little bit. Take another fight in the neutral. Pudo still gonna taxi a couple players in.
That late death on Pally really costing Thailand on time there.
Well, they're not gonna be able to take a fight in the open, that's for sure. There's gonna be a Blizzard trade in the open. Nano to boot on the backside. He might be able to push things a little bit further towards Australia's advantage with this additional coalescence, but Nana could also just get the snipe.
Yeah, just found that already, and now Thailand had to make some serious decisions about whether or not they're going for this. They've already got Calvin up deep in the mix there, a little bit low. They have to go ahead and commit a nano boost onto Calvin. Here come the Blizzards now, just skirting around the edges of it. Sightlines directly forward. Punk and to heal on him, trying to push forward past that barrier. Sound barrier going to be committed from Bertlog for Australia to keep those tanks alive. And he is indeed. Pally's already down. Apudo not there on the sound barrier still as the fight continues. Calvin super low. Ace down again. And there we go. There's Calvin.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me? Two people. Unforced error from Apudo.
He just pulls out this. I think he was trying to save the last two members, but everyone just melts in time, and that is not what you want to be dropping the sound barrier. Let the fight go. Hold on to the ultimate for the following fight. You probably end up losing the cap. I mean, you guarantee to lose it now, but you would have lost the cap potentially from not using the sound barrier. You would have still an extra sound barrier had you saved it.
They tried
Annihilation
to go
versus Annihilation for this fight with Quinn on the extra Death Blossom.
They nearly had a contest there, had to give it up with that ice wall blocking the sideline, and now Quinn just charging up into the sidelines, looking to get into the backline with a Death Blossom, has the whole squad in front. Beautiful! Absolutely beautiful.
A 4K from Australia onto Quinn's Death Blossom. Now is going to be the Doom push. This is doubling the distance to Thailand now, and even more looking towards triple digits. Thailand with Ace on the fire, they're really trying to pull through anything extra that they can find. Yeah, sure, Ace is going to find some decent angles on this fire, not a lot that Australia can do to contest, and that's great, but Australia can also just pull back out. They're going to confirm the 100 and exit the point, but not Punk, he's stuck behind a wall.
Oh, that's dangerous. He may slip out, barely gets away.
Okay, they all drop.
Oh,
what the fuck? What the fuck? Suicide barrage. Poop.
Not able to go in for the res there is Apudo. Nando rather guarding the body for the time being, but Aki down. That res, that's long since gone, but they've got the extra kills coming through, so Thailand, they need to dust off the last few, and then they'll be able to start pushing distance back of their own.
Ace got that rocket barrage in record time as well. He was getting so much splash damage done. Finds a rocket barrage to even chase Punk through the window, landing onto 2 kills. The only thing that was slow there for Thailand is they struggled to maybe get back control of the payload, so we'll flip back to neutral now finally with
Big bozo.
remaining time is not looking good. This also way fire is not good either, and Nanda gets a snipe.
Nanda has Ace's number. As soon as I said Ace was warping the lobby around him, Nanda heard me.
Polly!
Well, I've got to do something about
Polly, my goat.
Such a lid on this guy for so
My goat, Polly.
Now, once again, Thailand, just as they finally reset to situation neutral, after a minute and a half elapses, they are immediately finding themselves on the losing end of a fight.
Yeah, but it's because Ace is on the wrong hero here. He's only playing the fire to I guess you have some decent opportunities to play the Fire in the open space, but you can't win those neutrals. Once Fire ends up playing inside the concourse in the midpoint, really low value. So how is Thailand meant to be able to come back into the game when they likely are not going to be able to push past this midpoint again?
Nando going cold here. Has himself a Blizzard available. Minute and a half on the clock. This is real do or die for Thailand, and they start off by fighting Quinn. Can Australia start to recover it? They've got the Blizzard deployed. Ace has a rocket barrage, waiting out the Blizzard first. Calvin with the Annihilation running. He's low, he's in trouble. He's in the Immortality field, but it's not going to last much longer. Ace is trying to get into the mix here to do some damage. So low, spends his own life, and I don't think that was worth it. Thank goodness Calvin has been able
Blizzard has asked us to ready up, boys. Blizzard has asked us to ready up. By readying up, it means we need to get into the game. We will get into the game. I will get into the game after 1 minute though. I'm not getting before that. Blizzard will invite me and then I have to invite my homies. Blizzard will invite me, then I invite my homies. Yazan moment? No Yazan moment, GG.
And between that, I don't know. It's not looking good for Thailand now. 30 seconds on the clock, losing a fight. They're going to have a hard time resetting. And Australia, they've got that 100 meters. They can just back away, run out the clock. Calvin
at this point, don't push the payload. This is Australia can actually just get off the payload here.
Yeah, you can leave it. 20 seconds, they cannot push. Yeah, I think that guy can touch. Dude, they don't even have forward spawn. What the fuck?
The likelihood they actually touch the payload, but in either case, leave it in the mid. Exactly, get away from the payload. Force Thailand to come towards you. You hold all the ultimates here. 4 out of the 5 ultimates. Thailand have 3. Ace is now towards the Reaper, finally off the fire.
Alright, well they're able to at least get to it, but here comes the fight. Ace in first on the Reaper, slowed down Pug, just sitting pretty in the middle of the fight. Here comes Quinn with another big Death Blossom. It's going to be a Blizzard as well. They have no real defensive tools. The rally is nowhere near enough, and that's a freebie for Quinn. Australia absolutely commanding on that final map. Thailand did seriously look good on Circuit Royale, especially on that attacking half, but they do not hold a candle to Australia.
Yeah, I think just a more well-rounded veteran presence of Punk in the lobby as well. For Team Australia, the team play on the actual Ramatra ball just that much better. It doesn't help that Thailand ended up moving over towards the fires. You get to see the Ace 5K here again, and this is the thing, right? I think for Thailand, it's a lot of individual star power. When I say that specifically, I'm talking about one guy. It's the person you're watching on screen here. You talked about Ace warp in the lobby. It's exactly what he did, but outside of that, outside the Sojourn, once he shifts away from that hero, goes on towards something that's just not going to bring the same value like the Fire on Colosseo, which is a strange pick to say the least. Nan is not even going to play the Fire then. He is the Fire guy. That dude, he's basically Yazan AU. So, yeah, I think it's a weird composition from Thailand, but even then, you know, in general, I think they're just got to be less coordinated on the Ramatra ball. Australia got to be a little bit more well-rounded on that.
Okay, now we go into lobby.
Definitely. And look, I was kind of on the edge of my seat there between Ace and Quinn and just like 4Ks and 5Ks, just like absolute team wipes.
I log in, boys. I log in now.
Really fun to watch. I actually thought Thailand had a really good chance there, but it doesn't look like they did. Well played by Australia. They will get a mark up on the leaderboard. And we did, as you said earlier, we expected Australia to be...
This is, guys, if you guys know, this is what lobby is he? What lobby is Iron Man? He's alone. He's alone in a lobby. Oh no, my man is alone. My man is just alone. Yeah. This is the professional realm. You know, this is the professional realm. Hello. This is the professional realm. So you cannot play competitive and shit here. It's all locked. The shop is locked. But you go to Reinhardt, then you go to skins. You have every skin in the game. You have every skin. Poog. You even have cardboard and shit. Poog. Any character, any skin. So you'll also have demon heart or whatever. What is that called? Yeah, demon lord. Poog! Poog! Everything is unlocked. Poog. Poog. Oh, OWWC Ven 3. Why is Ven not leaving my back? Let's go, boys. I. Now I need to invite my boys. Okay, now I'll have to go to Discord. Hi,
Oh, did Australia win?
Yes.
Hi, Bhayas, can you add me?
No.
Okay, man, GJ. Where is my ID? My ID.
Yeah, like if you see me running it down in the backline, you can tell me to get out.
Add it for me. I need Akash here.
Yeah, but also someone might punch you.
Akash.
Okay.
If you invite me, I can invite everyone else. Sean.
Okay.
That might be easiest.
Yeah, I invited you.
Matrix, just check your ping in a lobby first before you join. I want to make sure you play circuit.
Yeah. Dude, you have to play 5 unranked games to unlock custom games. I am not getting this code for you.
Yeah, just don't code. What's up?
That is crazy.
Play Archons? Guys, we'll play Archons.
We're already in
World
lobby.
Cup in Mount Malvento. Mount Malvento?
Wait, who
This
did
one?
Malaysia play the other day? Singapore, right? They won.
No.
Who are we waiting on in lobby? We're waiting on
Wait, did
Abs
Singapore
and...
win or lose yesterday?
We're waiting on Abs and
Put the World Cup
Akash.
icon. I'm ready. You can invite me.
I don't have you.
Am I able to spec in lobby or?
Go to nearby
Shine
players for me.
allowed?
Go to nearby players. Pummy.
Yeah, I got it.
Let's ask.
No, we only allowed one.
Only allowed
Okay.
one? You even for sub?
If Sean can screen share in Discord.
Yeah. You can
Well, the
screen share,
idea
that's fine.
idea
Yeah,
is
I
you
can.
put one of the guys in lobby and then they screen share on Discord.
I will.
Yo, everyone put on the World Cup drip.
I have around 180 ping.
Missing Abs.
I'm coming.
The server is it PNE? Or what
for
is it
Japan?
called? Yeah.
It's just called Japan. Like if you open up the lobby settings, it's called Japan.
Like when you press Control 5th, what is it called?
Oh yeah, PNE.
PNE? Okay, perfect. So I have 180.
180? Okay, we're sitting at 1. Keep that in mind.
What?
And they're probably sitting at 80.
You're sitting at what?
We're sitting at 110 and they're probably at 80.
Okay.
You ready,
Alright.
Abs?
It should be. It's playable for like Hanzo and Wid. That's fine. I just don't ask me to play like Tracer, but I can do Mei, Hanzo, Wid, Pass, that kind of
He is
stuff.
180.
Basically, no like Tracer, and that
So-
should be okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, Shine.
Make sure you deafen and or
Shine,
don't
you have
stream
to
the-
deafen.
don't
Yeah,
stream
I
the game
will
audio.
deafen. Yes, I will. Don't worry.
And no game audio.
Can you hand me in my backpack, the front pocket, there's a glasses wipe?
Check if you can see my screen share, guys, and then
Tell me, why no game audio?
What do you say?
Just like a small claw. Thank you, perfect.
No, you can do game audio, just not Discord audio.
Yeah, I can
Oh,
see it.
okay, yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys, listen.
You wanna
Don't
mute, Sean?
Give them any. Can y'all hear me?
1 second. Let me mute. Let me mute.
Let Sean deafen.
Yeah, 1 second. Remove the what thing? Horus thing? There is no Horus thing. What Horus thing? Oh, my bad. Okay, we're going in, boys, I guess. We're going in. We're going in, boys. We're going in. Pogue. Uh. We are live, boys. We are going in. Lijiang fucking tower. Pogue.
Now arriving at Lijiang.
We are playing on, I think, Japan servers. I am on 150 ping. I'm not sure what ping you guys are on. They should be on 150. That is what I was told. I mean, that is what I was told. That is what I was told. But we'll see what happens. Guys, do like the stream, you know. Really appreciate all the likes and shit. Also, don't spoil yourself by watching the main Blizzard stream. They're 3 minutes ahead. Just watch this.
From imperfection, we build a new world.
Let's make this quick.
Quick in the pace. Scanning. Yes, this is a place. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1.
Pogue, okay. Going in. We watch Akash for a bit. I don't think we are pausing, boys. We are asking for pause, but I don't think we are pausing. I don't think a lot of pause is happening here. I don't think a lot of pause is happening. We get a pick. We did ask for a pause, but I don't think a pause is happening right now. It's not stupid. It's not stupid. Our players are not. It's not stupid. Like, we are playing from. We are not in Asia, so we'll have hyping anyway. Why are they just reading up? Dude, we got an unfair advantage. What the fuck? We'll see what happens here. What the fuck? What the fuck? I think we did get a bit of advantage or disadvantage. I don't know. I don't know. Blizzard issue, not something that we can deal with. We're watching Akash for a bit. Now let's watch Pummy, guys. Let's watch Pummy for a bit. Then we'll watch everyone. Akash is kind of popping, so it's like whatever. We watch Pummy for a bit. We watch Pummy for a bit. On the home pick. On the Indian pick. Who says Symmetra is not viable? Symmetra for rank. It's Kingsley. There goes my goat fantasy. Iron Man has his first death of the game. Oh no, Geminix is dead too. Oh no, he lives. Oh, he's dead now. Oh, we get them. We got him, boys. We got him. We got him.
Score 1-0.
I can shift that, yeah. Wow, I shifted the game.
You sure you want me keeping you alive? I am a human after all.
In my world, there are no secrets. I think I can make this worth my time.
Yeah, I shifted, man. I did.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Why would they not move? I don't know.
Attack complete.
Let us close the grid.
I don't know. We watch Pummy for like first. We watch Pummy for a bit, and then we go to other heroes. I mean other players. I really want to see what the casters have to say when they are those guys were doubting us, right? I think Malaysia might be lost in the sauce, boys. I think there might be a getting lost in the sauce moment coming from Malaysia.
Much better. Feeling much better.
Plat versus bronze. Who is plat? I don't think we are plat. Yeah, sure, there is no delay. Oh! Oh, I know. It's like the referee. Till the referee blows whistle, you keep playing till the referee blows whistle. I know how it is. I've played a lot of pro fucking football. So I know how it works in official sports. It should be the same for esports. My good Pummy hacking Geminix. Hacking my other good Geminix. I think GG. We watch Iron Man for a bit. Because he has ult. Let him cook. Let Iron Man cook, boys. Let Iron Man cook the fuck up. Oh, he's cooking. My boy cooking. Game Pro Dude not so pro anymore, I guess. I think Game Pro Dude not so pro anymore. I think he's cooking. Boy's cooking. No, my goat abs died. My goat. Mr. Abs.
Play of the game.
Let them out.
Ghost 91. He doesn't know Pepe Laugh? What do I not know? What do I not know? Huh? Am I really ahead? Dude, what the fuck?
Working a charm, a catch, just kind of running dominant, running in circles around them.
Ahead. I'm actually ahead. I'm actually... They pick their map, right? They pick their map. They pick their map. Let's see what they're talking about.
Not either.
So I was glad you called pause.
Oh, my ping wasn't. Oh wait, no, it was gone. Okay.
Guys, what ping are we on? Like exactly in the server?
110.
110.
Yeah,
110 to
basically
150.
I'm on
It's like
105.
we're playing Europe, which is pretty
Yeah,
normal.
no, it's better than Europe.
Yeah, it's better than Europe.
Yeah, it feels like West Coast.
All right, let's get this map done with. Okay.
Okay.
It feels like we've been scrimming on. It's the exact same we've been scrimming on last few days.
So let's keep up the same energy, okay? Keep
Yes,
the same
just
energy,
keep the
same
focus.
mid-fight calls.
Very, very
Keep it up.
clean. Okay.
Same
Good
energy,
patience.
same focus.
We are better players. Let them into us. All we do is play for our plans. Very, very simple. They just walk in a straight line and take all the damage.
Check the India boys.
Very, very, very nice mid-fight beat.
Circuit, make our subs.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, we're being patient.
I'm so sad I died with Cole.
Yeah, that is kind of sad.
Thought I've worked with any, like, would do better.
Wait, that was so. Iron Man on.
As I said, boys, they are going to pick Rialto. We picked Rialto Pug. They picked Rialto Pug. Um, We have one more map to play. We'll have to pick a side. I don't know what side we pick. Like they pick their map, as I said. Circuit Royale is their map. Boog! Oh no, we did not expect. Oh no. What are we talking about? I have to log into the game to see. We might be attacking, boys. We might just be attacking. Ah.
Welcome to Circuit Royale.
Greetings!
Brain hit.
No, I cannot unmute that. I cannot, in no way I cannot unmute that. Let them cook. I cannot unmute that, nope. One second.
Let's go May.
I can go
May. Just go May. I'm
Right,
gonna
so
say
May-
so.
Okay, whatever.
Flag call to swap.
Guys, you're watching my stream on Discord.
everyone heard that?
Listen. Two of you are watching my stream on Discord. It might help. It might lag for you, so please don't watch my stream on Discord. 2 players are watching my stream on Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, I closed it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Who the hell's playing the piano? Stop!
Clear heads, sharp eyes.
This is the first map India, second OW. This is true and real.
Hold on. Five, 4, 3.
We watch our goat matrix. We watch our goat matrix now, guys. All done. Now we watch our goat matrix. Completely beaten. Completely beaten, by the way. My goat matrix. We watch our goat matrix for a while. Joe! Joe mama.
Hostile mark. Enemy vector calculated. Watch out for that enemy. Payload progresses.
My goat Joe is clicking heads. It's not even a joke.
An enemy appears. Coming through. A threat emerges. Enemy vector calculated.
I think Matrix is the only guy who's on very high ping. Not sure how much, but very high. There goes fantasy. Okay, we watched enough of Matrix. Now we watch a bit of Proshi! Let's go Proshi! I think there might be a bit of melodious moments coming, boys. Melody itni chocolatey क्यों है, boys? Woo! Proshi!
Thanks.
My good Prosh. My good Prosh. Okay, we might just have 5 minutes on the bank, boys. We might just have 5 minutes on the clock. We might just have 5 minutes on the clock in the last push. In this completely cancer fuckfest map. Oh. They're spot checking for Sombra. No, they wanna fight. No. No. Akash got a big pick though. Big dick pick. Big dick pick. What do we watch now? We watch our goat abs. My goat. My goat abs. Let's see what does he do. Oh, we swap comps. We're going on now. No, we got Kiriko. Boom! You have not seen abs on Kiriko. He's like the goat. He's like the best Kiriko EU. No joke, no joke. Just watch him click on heads. Watch him click on heads. No! Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Sorry, my bad. My bad. What the fuck? I think Abs kind of threw GG. I think Abs kind of threw GG.
Enemy spotted. Enemy here.
Oh wait, there is my Abs.
I'm with you.
Holy, what the fuck? Some save.
Soothing your wounds.
No. GG.
Close your eyes.
GG.
Score 3-0. Switching sides.
GG.
Honor is all I have left.
I sense that your hardest battle is yet to come.
I will best any enemy, no matter how strong.
These phenomena bear further investigation.
Watch here.
Scanning.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Enemy
here. Enemy in sight. I could use a hand.
Enemy vector calculated. Enemy appears.
We watch for me now, guys. You watched everyone. Now we watch for me. Guys, do like the stream, guys. Really appreciate the like. We watch Pummy for a bit. Picking Hanzo is like the dumbest thing ever. Even I can click on a random head in this lobby. On Hanzo, by the way. Like, you know, Hanzo is a very dumb character, Imo. I think we are playing for an ult here. Again, in tournaments, I don't think these stats matter at all. So it's fine. My goat!
Over there. Scanning. A threat emerges. Over here.
Keep an eye out.
You can't hide. Enemy vector calculated.
Not so fast.
A threat emerges.
No, he had left shift. No, they tried to contest, but it's okay. The reset.
My heart's still beating. So let's go.
Win a ball.
Heads up.
Evidence suggests a threat emerges.
You're completely healed.
An enemy appears. This one. A threat emerges.
It's go time.
Enemy vector calculated. A threat emerges. Barrier fallen.
Oh! No, my goat matrix. Still winnable. We watch abs for a bit. Let's see what abs has to do. Actually, Pommy might get a few picks here. Not gonna lie. So Pommy's not getting any picks here. Okay, I think we full hold for 4 minutes, I guess.
Not over yet.
It is not my time yet.
On good hands, yes, Kiriko might just be broken, yeah.
The barrier appears. Scanning. A threat emerges.
Clear out.
Enemy vector calculated. A threat emerges.
Holy! Malaysia not doing pretty badly, boys. Malaysia popping. We watch Akash for a bit. They got fantasy, so we should be fine here.
Enemy vector calculated.
Not so fast.
An enemy appears. A threat emerges. Enemy vector calculated. Barrier is nearly spent. The universe is singing to me.
The universe is singing to me!
An enemy appears. A threat emerges.
Only 2 more minutes, boys. Or actually 2 minutes 40 whatever seconds. But it's whatever. No! Fantasy did his signature move. Okay, they used a lot of ults. We are fine, I guess. Joe is 22-4. He's popping off. He's currently the highest kill in the lobby. Joe might just be the GOAT.
The barrier appears. An enemy appears.
Let's go, India.
Threat emerges.
What ult do we have? We have no ults. We have Dragon. We have Dragon.
Over there.
We also have Overclock.
A threat emerges.
Oh, he just leaves.
Enemy vector calculated. Over there.
Ooh.
A threat emerges.
Hostile spot.
An enemy appears.
Pump me. We have Overclock. We will watch Overclock, guys. I am sure we are not overclocking right now. But we will overclock here soon.
Carried on the wind.
Where is Pummy? We'll overclock. So we'll watch what happens on overclock.
You can't hide. Over there.
We'll watch what happens while we are overclocking.
We are falling apart.
Here.
60 seconds.
Threat emerges.
Oh! Oh my god. Oh my, what the fuck was that?
Powered and ready to fire. Efficient design at work.
The cream of the crop. Hello. Hello there.
30 seconds.
Okay guys, don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. We still have overclock. What else do we have? We are closing in on Kiriko ult. We have Pummy ult. That's about it. We have no support ult. They have to end it in overtime, so we'll get at least 1 minute added onto our time back. There it is, boys. GG, boys. GG.
Cybernetics regulating. Let the
Victory.
GG.
Play of the game.
Akash might just be the world eater. Let me see what they're talking about.
Fight is not ideal. And also on first one, I just probably blew up. Like it was,
Yeah, I'm not going to listen to that. I'm not going to listen to that. But it's a good win. It's a good win. It is a good win. It's a good win. It's a good win though. I think we leave now, right? Good win. Good win. Good win, boys.
Point pressure, because the Dragon Strike on the actual point itself is what will actually get you the cap or threaten the cap. Matrix throws this into the side room, and as you mentioned, Fantasy caught out alone, didn't get to back out with the rest of the team. Supports no opportunity to save him. Went down to the last minute, so 3 minutes ago things were looking pretty reasonable for Malaysia. They'd snowball through, but that snowball's now easily dissipated. And India holding strong, more else to play through. Cash coming up to another flux. Malaysia out of resources. I mean, I think a good snipe from Jay is maybe the only thing that can really save them.
Immortality field already finished off, and that's a free kill onto Jay with the right click, or with the rail shot there from Pummy. Nicely done, and there we go. 45 seconds on the clock. Not necessarily final fight here for Malaysia, but certainly it's going to be tough for them to come back in for the next one. Fantasy has to take the dive. It's going to be a slow reset.
I mean, they didn't even have to use the flux. I think they already had the fight won. They could just kind of pull the fight out a little bit longer, drag the time further out.
Let's see what do they say about India.
Malaysia to go for the recontest, which they're going towards now, and talk about the fact that Malaysia does sort of look towards a dive eventually on C, and they'll do it in the last 30 seconds. No ultimates to play through. Fresh composition into the overclock. They can at least be thankful that India used a bunch of ults as well, but Malaysia have everything now to do in the last 10 seconds.
And manual hack to open things out on Akash. They want to try and drill him down, but he just backs up, has the team at his back. Didn't even want to commit the immortality field there. Captain Prash feeling safe with that one. Nice manual hack on the Pummy. That keeps the overclock at bay for just a hot second longer, but still finds a shot onto J3 8K Pro Dude, and it all comes apart at the seams. Pummy gets the overclock, finds a chunk of kills, and Malaysia are Mick finished.
Mick finished?
Like that. Good attempts. Malaysia started to come together a little bit stronger on Circuit Royale. Attacking side A and B, especially on that B, and B was fantastic. A little bit more touch and go. The burst damage on Akash is what allowed them to actually get that cap. C is when things got really troublesome.
What is the chat saying?
From them, India held strong, continued playing the Sigma, super late swap onto the Winston comp coming through from Malaysia, just unfortunately was not going to do it at all. And they got a good distance. I mean, we saw the payload go towards the end. They just lacked the capability to actually finish the map.
Well done to India. They have now won with a 2-0 versus Malaysia. Some very fast matchups there, or fast team fights, I should say. Malaysia did put up a good fight. They did choose that map. They picked a map where Fantasy could shine on Sigma, but it just wasn't enough. Unfortunately, India still just had the upper hand in a lot of those fights there.
I will say, if there's maybe one remark I could have about India there, actually, more so on Circuit Royale, I did see a couple of moments where it felt like they lacked confidence. Most notably on their attacking half, they took a bit of an L. We saw the compositional swap from Malaysia, and India, they started to get a little bit unclean in their play. They ended up making some swaps of their own. Look, it worked out in the end. They got it over the line. It feels like a more confident team would have stuck to their guns, kept it tidy, kept their gameplay really, really tight. And then also on the defending half as well, we saw it wasn't much, but just the odd time where maybe an ultimate extra was used that wasn't totally necessary, and a few little slips here and there. It doesn't seem like it rattled them or that they were kind of unraveling or anything, but I do think there's some improvement that could be made, which is a good thing for a team that just won, because if they can tidy that up a little bit, if they can just have the self-confidence to go, we're a good team, we can win these matches, we know what we're doing, then we keep talking about them being a potential dark horse. That is how that starts.
I think India is starting to really buy into, you know, the ability to, again, get into that top two as well. And I think today Malaysia wasn't going to be the strongest opponent versus them. It's a good early look at India in terms of what they're capable of. They'll be tested a little bit more when they play up against more like a Thailand, Australia level type of team. But with only 2 spots and I think 4 competitive teams, you know, 2 end up missing out here, 2 will make it through. Malaysia and Singapore will try their best to find wins where they can. You know, maybe that'll be versus a team like New Zealand, because Singapore plays New Zealand next. That's going to be an opportunity, but here Malaysia, I think, completely outclassed by India. India just a far better team.
Absolutely.
A very good start to India. Like, you know, the first game they've played for the online qualifiers, you know, that's a really great start. They should be happy with that, you know, coming in strong. As you mentioned, yes, maybe an easier team, but a really good start for them to show everyone else in this competition what they're made of and to show where they shine and, yeah, how they're playing really well as a team. So well done to them. And look, hopefully we might get a chance to maybe chat with one of the players, which would be really cool.
Significant beat as well. You sort of mentioned there at the start of that, Kevin, we haven't seen an Indian World Cup team for a very, very long time. Obviously, there hasn't been a World Cup for a couple of years now, but the last time we saw them, it was a very different looking team and not one that you would expect to really have a lot of performance potential. Things have changed quite significantly since then. This is a solid roster. So this is a really nice, I would say, emboldening start for not just this team specifically, but also the fans in the country backing this team. It's always nice having a team that you feel like you can root for that could potentially go the distance. Really, really satisfying that this team has already come out just performing as we expected them to.
Good looking team, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, we are going to take a short break, but don't go anywhere because we will be back with Singapore versus New Zealand.
Can you cancel delay while live? I don't think you can. No, you can't cancel delay. No. Okay. See you guys tomorrow versus New Zealand, I guess. See you tomorrow. I want to watch this, but I don't want to watch this on delay. We cannot. I don't want to watch the next game on delay. No, I don't want to do that. The next game on delay will be very scuffed. So see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Bye bye bye. Okay, take care, boys. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay, I can stop. Stop stream.